Dear Canon, this video is for you today. I recently upgraded to the R6, and don't get me wrong, that's what I'm recording with right now. Absolutely love the camera. I've had the R5 for a while now, and amazing. When I upgraded to the R6, there was one problem. I am mainly a photographer, but I do a lot of video too, YouTube, a lot of slow motion and stuff with wildlife, and that's why I upgraded to the R6 from the R. I felt like the ecosystem is so much better having two similar cameras. I like the fact that you can control the ISO, aperture, and the shutter all with one dial. Well, not one dial, but they all have their own dial, and the R didn't. You had to press a button. Didn't like that. To me, it's very inconvenient. I like the IBIS. But anyway, so when I upgraded to this R6, I went to change the custom shooting mode, and you can't do a custom video shooting mode. And when you press record from any setting, it just does auto, and you can't have it automatically update like you could in the EOS R and the R5. So I'm wondering why an older camera and a similar camera has it, but the R6 doesn't, and it's very frustrating. You don't expect to see things like that from an ecosystem. So for someone like me, I found it very frustrating that I'm upgrading to a camera because I want better ease of access, and I don't get better ease of access. Now, I believe Canon has some of the best features now in 2022 on a camera. Here, go get it, boy. But I don't know, I've only shot Canon my whole life, so I don't know if other camera systems are like that or not, where they leave one thing out, but they add other things. And to me, it doesn't make sense that older cameras had better features than the newer ones. And it really reminded me of when I switched from the Canon 60 Mark II to the EOS R. Two big things were in the way of my ease of access. And the first one was no intervalometer built into the camera. 60 Mark II had it. Amazing feature. I do time lapses like crazy. A lot of times if there's a good aurora storm, I'll do 4 to 5 time lapses. A nice sunset, I'll do a few time lapses. And the fact that the R didn't have the built-in intervalometer, but the Mark II of the 6D did, really boggled my mind. But I figured, maybe they just didn't put it in. Well, years go by and no update to add it. And the other thing the Canon EOS R had that I hated was that stupid touch bar. I didn't like it. It got in the way. Didn't care for it. But the R had way better dynamic range, better focusing, all around better image quality from the Mark II. So it was in the sense of an upgrade, but when I had the R, I still had the 60 Mark II until I got the R5 here. I still had the 60 Mark II as my wildlife camera because I didn't like the user interface of the EOS R. So now I finally feel like I have two good cameras with the R6 and the R5. The fact that the custom shooting mode can't do video, and when you press record, it does auto, and you can't do anything about it, kind of frustrates me. Because on the R5, I like to have the record button. If I'm in photo mode, the record button just starts doing slow motion, which is great. So if I'm shooting bears, I could just press the button and it does slow motion. It remembers my settings from the previous time. So if I have to adjust them, I can adjust them once and then they're adjusted. I do find it very setback-ish that I have to go into the menu to go from 4K 24 FPS to 1080p 120 FPS. Really takes a couple seconds, and as a wildlife photographer, things happen fast, and I just want the most ease of access possible. Canon, I ask you, please stop doing this with your cameras. If there's a good feature in one, leave it in for the next camera, especially when the R5 and the R6 are nearly identical. there should be no reason that I can't choose custom options when it comes to video recording if I just want to hit the record button. All right, well, Canon, don't get me wrong, you have a great ecosystem, but with the R6 and the R5. Never tried the R3 yet, but I imagine that's just as good. Once again, please stop doing this. If for some reason someone from Canon sees this video, I really hope that you can get out to someone that the R6 really needs an update so I can do custom video modes. I gotta show you what Sniper's looking like right now. He's laying in the mud. Yeah. I feel great with the R6 now, though. I really do. I finally feel like I have everything I need. I'm gonna go see what I can photograph, and I will say that it's been very clear, which is unusual, but it helped me out last night. Epic Aurora. I suggest that you go watch some of my Aurora videos. The previous video should be last night. And then if you'd like to see some of my Aurora photos and other photos around Alaska, I live in Kodiak. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram, KrisLuckPhoto, and also you can visit my website, KrisLuckPhoto.com, if you want to buy some prints if you like what you see. I'm gonna go see what else that the day offers. It's about 5 p.m. right now. Get the dogs in the truck, let them calm down a little bit, and see if anything happens today. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.